Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the All-String Concert. We're excited to have you with us. My name is Gwen Chapman, the Director of Fine and Performing Arts. On behalf of Mr. Tarbucks and myself, we welcome you here this evening. Thank you to all of our administrators that are present and for the support that you give to the program. March, nationally, is Music in Our Schools Month, so a chance for us to shine a spotlight, pun intended, on the music department. So we have our all-town concerts. We have 3 of them. We have an all-string night, an all-choral night, and an all-band night, where we're able to bring together all of the students that like to play or sing to have a concert together. So it's wonderful to watch the progression, especially for our younger students and for their caregivers, to see what happens with the development of the program as it moves from 5th grade all the way up to 12th grade. We're very lucky that we have Mr. Tarbucks, who does all of our strings 5 through 12. So it's a really quite a night for him, and to showcase all the work that he does for our string program. I'd like to give a shout out to Sage Whitman, and I think it's Sydney Dooner back there, running sound for us this evening. So thank you so much for doing that. The concert this evening will be about 40-45 minutes in length. We will not have an intermission, but we do have a little bit of a stage shift between the elementary and the grades 7 through 12 program. Parents, when it's all over and we've done our final bows and applause, we're going to send the kids in to get their instrument and their cases and then send them out to you in the lobby right outside. So that's how we'll handle dismissal. So again, sit back, relax, and enjoy our all-string night, and it gives me great pleasure to introduce Mr. Greg Tarbucks.
Well, thank you very much, Mrs. Chapman. And so it is a demonstration now of the progress that 5th and 6th grade students have been making since the beginning of the year, and then the progress of our middle school and high school students that they've been making since the beginning of their time with their instruments. So we've got a few things. I know the last time we showed you, we demonstrated finger patterns, and now we're starting to put our finger patterns together to form scales that we learned by rote. So we're going to start off with 2 scales. We're going to play a D major scale and a G major scale, just to show what we've been up to. So after we learned all the finger patterns to play the scales, and we can play up and down the scales, by rote, they start to read music that incorporates scale passages. So our first piece, actually the next three pieces as you see in the program are going to feature the 5th grade orchestra and with a few other people playing along with them. Elevator down and elevator up are variations on a scale. Kind of short, but they get you reading those scale notes that you know how to play by rote. Thank you. So, if you looked at your program, we're kind of doing a strings around the world. There are several folk songs that we have from different countries, and the first one that also incorporates some scale patterns is At Perrault's Door, a French folk tune. And there's no shortage of folk music in America, the United States of America. And we're going to now play Old MacDonald's Had a Farm. This is our last piece that features the 5th grade. And we are combining our bowing and a little bit of pizzicato, which is the plucking of the string with the finger. So, Old MacDonald. So now we move on to feature our 6th grade, and again, we've got our high school players working with them. They've been working very hard. We've got some pretty skilled players. Matter of fact, 2 of our 6th grade students, Declan Wong over there, and Violet Carson, will be playing with the middle school orchestra. They worked so hard and did their, they always have their lesson done, so I started giving them a little more extra music. So they'll be performing at the middle school when we do that. And we got to the part of the book that had a lot of folk songs, so we're going to play a Russian folk song, and then we'll play a song called Jingli Nona, which is a Far Eastern folk song that has a lovely dance that goes with it. And we'll close the sixth grade portion with Fira Lira Lira, which is a really cool Mexican folk tune. So the sixth grade are really taking our trip around the world. One, two, three, four. Okay, we're just going to take a moment or two to reset the stage. The 5th and 6th grade is going to take a seat, and then the next thing will be our middle school combined with our high school. Wonderful job, 5th and 6th grade. How about another hand for them? So one of the goals of being a music educator is to try and instill the passion for music and make it into a lifelong endeavor. So, we've got people in the 5th grade, and we dragged back, just to show you that people still play after high school. We have Mr. Jake Gallinger from class of 2018. Just couldn't stay away, and Mrs. Chapman has made it a lifelong endeavor, as I have as well. Once those rental payments are over, you keep the instrument, you keep playing. All right, so middle school, we're going to perform 2 pieces for you. The first one is Celtic Sunrise, written by Soon-Hee Newbold. And Ms. Newbold is a very accomplished violinist and great composer and music educator. And she was on a trip to Scotland during the summer, and I guess with the higher latitude? I don't know. It's the northern location. The sun doesn't really completely set during the summertime at those locations, so she kept having to get up early and earlier because she wanted to see the sunrise. So finally she figured it out. She had to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning so that she could witness this sunrise and the beautiful rolling landscape and countryside, and she was moved to write this piece of music based on that. So she had a sleepless night trying to get up to see the sunrise, but I think it's worth it. So this is the Celtic Sunrise by Soon-Hee Newbold. Thank you very much. The final selection for the middle school orchestra is called Mill Creek Stomp, fashioned after kind of a mountain fiddle stomping good time kind of song. So the seventh graders will take a seat. We'll play two pieces with the high school, and then we'll have everybody back for a flashy, fantabulous grand finale. So our selections will represent the U.S. of A. And this is Condor Flats, a contemporary fiddle-style piece that was, and I think that the name was inspired by an old section of the old Disneyland in California. I read the story, but I can't remember it. Disneyland, California inspired this song. So the final selection for the high school orchestra is a collection of selections from Hamilton, and it's a 3-movement piece, so please hold your applause till the very end. There's a couple of false endings in there, so and we do again thank you so much for coming out tonight. After we play this piece, we're going to be rejoined by our elementary and middle school friends for our finale. So here's Hamilton with the PHS Concert Orchestra. Thank you. Okay, now we would like to have our elementary and middle school students back on the stage for our finale. Give us about 1 minute. And while we reset the stage and I have all your parents' attention, I do post on Google Classroom, so your students should be checking that periodically. Practicing at least like 3 times a week, 4 or 5 preferable. And always reach out to me with any questions, gregory.tarbox@pembrokek12.org. But especially the Google Classroom. Do have them check on that Google Classroom. We post quite a bit of stuff on there. And for our finale, we are going to play a great American Appalachian type of folk song called Bylum Cabbage. And we had to, I think I had to pull up an old YouTube of the Andy of Mayberry show to hear an authentic rendition of it to inspire this piece. So here we have Bylum Cabbage, and all of our sections will be featured in it. And we hope you enjoy. And I really thank you for all the support that you give to your students, encouraging them to practice, making sure they remember their books and instruments on lesson day, all that good stuff. So thank you so much. Thank you once again so much for coming. We're going to dismiss the elementary and middle school students to the orchestra room to pick up their cases and coats. Cellos leave the middle school cellos and elementary too. All cellos leave the straps, and then the high school is going to strike the stage. Again, thank you so much for coming out and everything you do to support our music programs here in Pembroke.